Where were we? What were we doing here? Ah, we're checking our interact widgets. Set interact text event. Set text to interact. Okay, so come back over here. Text event. Okay, we need rename this interact. Sometimes I hate widgets. All interface designer properties display text. Set interact text reference. Oops, now I'm in the wrong widget here. Function, but up here we have a variable. Why do we have a variable here? I'm confused. Let's see. Bound the text. Properties. Display text. Is that just going to work? Let's see what happens. Now I'm not getting any text. No. This is a window. You encountered a north-south wall. This is a window. Cool. But I'm still getting audio out of the door. Okay. So you go back into the wall. In our event class, I thought we are where are we destroying that? Event begin play. No, I didn't hook this branch up to anything. Oh, because we deleted that other get not. There we go. Got our audios right. This is a window. This is a wall. Okay, well, that's working. Yep. North south wall. This is a window. Okay. While we're in here, change the wrong widget. This is a north-south wall. This is a window. Okay, cool. All right. So that's done. Done. Double check our audio. Audio is working. All right. Okay. All right. Now we want to add the audio to various other objects. So let's go back to our interact object, and we're going to add some audio to these guys. We're going to go into our viewpoint and add an audio component. Okay, default is going to be none. Now we are going to set that allow spatialization. Auto activate will not be on. Let's see. Close these other guys so we don't get into the wrong. Let's put the audio top of the center of the object. So you can see they all have audio objects attached to them. Now, of course, the walls will show up as well, but those get destroyed on runtime. So even though they're showing up, these are the walls. One's out here for some reason. Scale skews throws them all over the place. So let's do this in our construction script where we're setting everything up. We'll just go ahead and our bed, we are going to get our audio component. Let's see, set audio. This is something, this is not what I want. Oh, well, here, compile. Key. Not what I want to do. That audio was not it. Interactive object parent. Set sound. Set what sound is played. Okay. And let's see. On our bed, we want our. We should set up the cues real quick. Content. First person audio. Script cue. We can do that multiple times. We already got our city traffic, so we don't need that. Got our door open. We don't need our first person template weapon fire. We don't need our, well, we're going to need our footsteps. Create cue. Still need to get this room ambient as well. That I will place just as a static ambient sound in the level. Okay, so we're going to set the sound for the bed to our alarm clock. Okay. And we'll set the sound for our end table. Copy that. To our phone. And we'll set the sound clock for our laptop to open, explosion, what's it called? Phone dial, door open. Oh, one of them I didn't get copied over. Okay. Pop back over into sounds. Get in there. Oh, it says it's a movie. That's strange. Ah, it's format that I downloaded. So, okay, I'm gonna pause real quick while I go find the Windows startup sound. Okay, I'm back. So I couldn't actually find the original, the actual startup sound for Windows, which is what I was gonna use, but did find the login back sound. So I copy that into the folder. You'll see when I come back in here. Let's see. Windows login sound, media player, audio. Why does it come back as a movie? I don't understand. Delete. Let's see. Import. Um, Windows login sound. So WAV. Failed to import. Failed to create asset. Windows login sound. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to use a different sound for the laptop. So I'm going to pause while I go find one. Okay, so obviously Windows Media does not play well with Unreal. I just recorded my own audio using a sound recorder, and it it came in as again as a movie. Um, this typing, yes. So it still comes in as a media player file. So let me try to convert it real quick. This is annoying because I can't find a a free typing program. Convert it to WAV. Convert. So while that's going, we'll move on to the next object. I don't know what is going on with this. Again, I've spent like half an hour trying to find audio, free audio, royalty free of a keyboard going. So I just stuck my microphone down by my keyboard and typed some. Okay, so that's gonna, of course, again, why is my something's going on with my mouse here now? Because I got a bunch of stuff open that I didn't have open. That, done. That. Okay, let's try that. Load this. Here. Import. Where did I download it to? Ah, okay. So I guess you have to convert the WAV files uh, before you get them in. Okay, so create a queue. Okay. Reopen that because it's for some reason my input on the blueprint interactive object. Why it was moving around real slow. So I probably hit some key thing to slow down my my input mouse movement while I was messing around with my keyboard. So that's gonna be fun. Okay, so where were we? Back to our audio. So typing cue. Go. Okay, so we got that set up. Object type. Okay, bath. Oh, this is so slow. I don't know why this is so slow. filling. And sink to the faucet. And door. Door. Right here. Okay, so I also went and grabbed some ambience. Couldn't find any good room ambience, so I'll just drop in a air hum. I'm going to not allow spatialization, override attenuation, and make it gigantic. Okay, then we're going to do a volume multiplier of 0.01. Now, oh, that's way too loud. 0.001. Still a little loud. Go 0.0005. Yeah, so 0.0025. Yep, I can just barely hear it. So now when it transitions to actual audio, you don't get that harsh cutoff of like absolutely no sound. Now, if I crank my audio all the way up, I'll be able to hear it. Um, but you need to have that ambient audio in a space, even if it's supposed to be nothing. Okay, so or else it's really jarring when audio does come on. Let's see. What were we doing? Okay, so we get all these guys hooked up. We got our bathtub, sink, and I have to take a break. What were we doing before I got interrupted yet again? Um, Back to our interactive object. Okay, open sesame. Okay, still being annoyingly slow. Figure out how to set that. Okay, so we got our bed. We got our alarm clock, or our phone, right? Typing. Got our bath. And we should probably get a fridge sound too, shouldn't we? Let's pop over to um, red, domestic. Let's see, fridge. Faucet, floor. It's in a refrigerator. Of course. We'll just use the door opening for that. Okay, so where's our fridge? Fridge. This is a sink. This is a fridge. Oh, game running. Okay, so and I really got to find the. I guess it's instructional preferences. I was typing a bunch of keys. I must have accidentally editor preferences, appearance, blueprint editor. Um, I'm recording. Okay, let's see. Miscellaneous. Um, hmm, okay. Blueprint editor. I'm not seeing a speed movement anywhere. See zoom. And there's children playing in the background. Speaking of ambient audio, please close the door. Let's see. And they're being extra loud to annoy me. Well, I don't see appearance automation. Miscellaneous. I don't see anywhere on here that I can edit the. I don't know why this is so slow. I'm going to pause this and yell at my children real quick. Okay, so I restarted the editor, and that seems to have fixed the navigation issue. It was interesting. Um, on restart, I got some kind of error about the first person character, and there is a fatal error in this objective event, and it unhooked this puppy. So that would have broken things. But all I had to do was open the first person character, compile it. I think I had saved it without compiling it, so it just needed to compile. Um, that's a good thing to remember, to always compile and save all of your things before you shut down the editor, because you can get those kinds of errors if something needs to be compiled. Um, and I would have had to track that down. So, okay, so let's open up our map and see I forget what we were doing. We're hooking up the interactive objects. Go to our interactive object. And so now in our construction script, we activated all that audio. Hold on one second. Okay, so what we want to do is when we activate the object, we're going to want to play that audio component. So let's see. Um, we want to do this here. Play audio component. So start running the door. Just pop this in here. Okay, so that's the one for the door. This is the guy for everybody else. Okay, we're going to run a sequence. Run it down here. And we're going to run another sequence. And this is where I'm going to do my... Actually, we can just run the sound. Let's just do that. Um, wait. Yeah, because we don't need to tell We don't need to tell what you are because we've already set the various sequence for the various things. Let's see how that works. Here. Okay. One or more assets. Oh. Okay, we're getting compile error for something. It's our wall. Set text event. Could not find pin for the parameters of set text event. Yep, this is what happens when you shut down without um, sure everything's compiled. Whoa, we had some really bad shit happen. Compile that. We'll compile that. There, our walls are back. That's all still hooked up. Looks like it is. Okay, compile, save, play. Okay, now looks like we're back in business. That was a little scary there for a second. Okay, so let's okay, there's some typing sounds. Those queues are awfully very long. Very long queue. Okay. There's a fridge. Very loud fridge. Get into our bathroom. And now we're brushing our teeth. Oh, look, and our objectives are broken again. Awesome. Gosh darn it. Okay, so we're going to need to edit those queues and find out what the hell happened to our objectives. I'm going to guess that something got unhooked when I saved without it compiled. Um, open up our, gosh, our widget. Compiling that. Open up our player. Yeah, this can happen. It's easy to break stuff. Let's see. Title menu, objectives. Ah, his objective got unhooked. See, just that little thing right there. Thing's not compiling right. You gotta be real careful when you shut everything down. Make sure everything's compiled, saved, checked in. The best way to do it. I just did a quick shutdown and I hit saved everything, but some things were not compiled. Okay, now it seems to be fixed again. Let's go ahead and do a check-in. Save all. And source control. BF audio partial. Okay, everything's checked in. We're good. See, if I checked all that stuff in, if I saved it all and checked it all in, it would have been safer than doing what I did. So another lesson learned: always save, compile, and check everything in before you shut down the editor. Okay. So we've got our ambient audios. Let's hop over to our audio folder. Let's get some times here. Output me, delay, Doppler. Wave parameter. Should be able to. Well, what we can do. Let's see if we could just do it in here. Just gonna fade it out for 4 seconds. Try that. There we go. Fade out duration. 1 second. Get a fade. Do a little bit longer of a sound because it's kind of. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Okay. Yeah, I like that. So, let's just go in these guys. We're going to do volume multiplier on the alarm clock, 0.5. On the faucet, 0.5. On the bathtub, which is extremely loud. Come on. Open sesame. I'm going to go 0.4 on that. Actually, door Q is 0.5. Okay. And typing, we'll do 0.5. Phone dial, 0.5 on that. Okay, file save all. Stuff out. Okay, so what do we have left to do? Oh, footsteps. We want to do footsteps. So normally how I would do footsteps is I would actually trigger them in the animation. That way, as you speed up and slow down your animations, you can time the footsteps exactly to match. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and do this in the character. So we're gonna add an audio component to the first person character. Add component audio, but I don't want a specific cue. I guess I can just go ahead and I'm going to use this brushing carpet sound because all the footstep sounds I found um, were clackety clackety. So add audio brushing carpet, okay, and not auto activate, and compile that, and we're going to put it down bottom. Let's see, and right now we'll keep the. I think it's a little loud, so we'll do 0.5 volume, allow spatialization. So then we're going to go in here into our event graph. Is moving. Is moving on ground. Oh, yeah, movement. Okay. So what we're going to do, this is one of the few times I recommend I'm going to use a tick. Uh, thing about ticks is, the great thing about them is tick fires along with the CPU. So you usually get 30 ticks a second, I believe. And so essentially with an event tick, the game is constantly is firing this event. Um, but you want to be relatively conservative using ticks and only use them where absolutely necessary. Because they're firing all the time. And so if you have hundreds of these firing all the time and checking things, it's expensive on the CPU. And that can affect, your CPU processor. So lower end machines, if you're running 1,000 tick checks everywhere, they add up very quickly. One additional way to get an event like a tick is to use a off of event begin play. You just use a delay and a loop. So it checks something. There's a delay, checks something, loops back around, checks it again, and then you put in numbers like 0.01 seconds or 0.015 seconds or 0.02 seconds or 0.03 seconds, depending on how reactive you need it to be. Um, that is exponentially cheaper than a tick if you're only checking every 0.15 seconds or 0.5 seconds, depending on how responsive you need that check to be. If it's something that you only need to check every few seconds, you can do that. If you have, say, a mission complete objective that you're, checking to see if all the, you notice mostly I fire off of events, not off of time. But I could have an event that's sitting there checking to see if the objectives are complete to complete the mission or to complete the level. And yes, I could use a tick, so the instant you won, it would complete. Or I could just check every second and a half, and sometimes you'd have a second and a half lag. At most, generally it would probably be more like 0.75 seconds between when you completed the objective and when the level completed. So and checking every 1.5 seconds is way cheaper than checking 30 times a second. So that's something to do with ticks. I'm going to do it this way because it's going to be the most responsive. And so I'm going to basically do an event tick, see if the character is moving. And if he is, I am going to play this. If he is not, I'm going to stop it. Play, stop. Okay. Go ahead and label this. Footsteps. Okay, so now we need to go into the actual component, make it looping. We're going to put a modulator on it. Actually, we can just modulate it from here. I'm going to bring the pitch modulator down so it's a little bit deeper. Let's chart with 0.6. See how that plays. And maybe try bringing it up here. Let's try it at the original. Okay, so we need to slow it down. Too fast. Let's see. The oscillation, amplitude, frequency, offset. I don't know what a lot of these sound things mean. Crossfade. Attenuation. Well, let's just try maybe mix it in the middle. Let's listen to this actual. How long is it? Oh, maybe if I just set the duration. So we'll do the looping. Where did that go? That was in the enveloper. Loop end. Let's go 2.5 seconds. Duration. Duration of sound in seconds. Looping, so that's not gonna. Settings. And sphere. Override attenuation. We're gonna go sphere. 100. Off distance 200. Okay, let's see what that sounds like. Well, it is continuously playing. So obviously, character is moving on ground. Triggers, true. Okay. Try is walking instead. Okay, well that's continuously firing. Okay, let's try one more time and then I'll go with an alternate solution. Walking. Let's see. Character movement. Get movement base. Get current acceleration. Greater. Break. All right, this is getting complicated. Kind of annoying. Get mass, max acceleration is moving on ground, active. Is walking, is move input. Okay, all right, well, we're gonna do this a different way. Let's do this. We're gonna leave this tick here. We're gonna set a new bool, moving. Also, there's a problem with doing it this way. So instead of playing it, what I want to do, activate. Because if I'm trying to play it every pick, and then deactivate. So that way it's just, this is just activating it and deactivating, not constantly trying to play it. So we're going to hook up moving here. Okay, and what we'll do is we're going to come back out here to our player controller. Here we have the well, we might be able to, let's see if we can do it. Input action. Nope. Do it here. Input action. Let's see. Go back and see what other input action is named. Edit project settings. Input. Axis mapping. Move forward. Move right. Turn right. Turn. There we go. Move forward. Okay, I can do it right in here. Okay. Okay, so event move forward. Event move right. Well, that's not going to work. Because we need an input axis stop moving forward. Axis Input axis. Hmm. Event that provides the current value of the acceleration axis once per frame when input is enabled for the containing actor. Try this. Okay, so let's try this. We're gonna do OR. Try this little acceleration guy. Okay, so I'm basically saying if the player's current value of acceleration axis one frame per when input is enabled for the containing actor. So I'm saying if their acceleration is greater than 0, play the footsteps. So let's try that. Math is your friend. Okay, I don't have any footsteps. Still don't have any footsteps. So let's see what's going on there. Constantly firing. Coming back false. Moving. Still coming back false. Value 0. Back false, regardless of acceleration. Input is enabled for the containing actor. Oh, my input's enabled. I'm moving. I got acceleration. Okay, let's try that. Let's try something else. Speed. Get max speed. No, get max modified speed. I want to get my speed. Get. A lot of things I can get. Let's just try the menu. Say movement. This shouldn't be this gosh darn difficult. But sometimes simple things can be a pain if you don't know exactly where to look and exactly what to do. I don't even see movement on here. Turns whether the get max speed, stop movement immediately, stop movement, keep pathing. Forward move right. I don't have a axis values. Okay, there we go. There we go. Axis value. Get axis value. Where'd it go? So what we'll do, so now we're gonna not equal float, not equal float. Okay, so these move forward and move right, what it does is, so you have a move forward and you have a positive value, and then if you have a negative value, then you're moving backwards. Same with right. If you're moving positive value, you're moving to the right. If it's a negative value, you're moving to the left. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try, see if this one works, is I'm just going to check to see if those values are anything other than 0, then it means you're moving. And the reason I'm doing this instead of like trying to get the keys and stuff is that it still will work with a controller. So on my tick, get rid of this guy, remove that pin. So we're going to do event tick. Are either of these over 0? Okay, let's see what that does. Play it from over here. Yep. It's a little awful. We need to take the volume way down. Okay. Capsule component 96 half height. So we're going to want this right at 100. And we're going to knock that volume down to about 0.4. And pitch multiplier, bring it up, bring it down, back to 5. That sounds like. Okay, still sounds awful, way too loud. Yeah, see, that's better. Even though it sounds awful, okay, we got one more thing I want to do, and I think we're pretty much done. Let me build lighting. So, well, actually, no, I'm gonna. Um, I think the last thing that I want to do is gonna add maybe I'll just go ahead and add key mapping. Might do that. Um, and I was thinking about adding a TV to the counter. Um, but I don't think I necessarily need a TV for right now. No point for, well, I guess the problem is the audio, what the audio is going to be. I guess I could just pick some random audio and allow you to turn it on and off as a as kind of a tonal deal. Might help people navigate. Um, so I'll go find some sound for the TV. We'll hook up the TV and then we'll tackle key remapping. And because I know people with non-QWERTY keyboards, this WASD drives them nuts. And we'll be good to go. I think we're done. Okay, let's go. Maybe we'll take a break. I'll be back in a little bit.